They're just crap, cheap shite, cheap. So it's a pity because it looks good, would have looked good, but let's see.
I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, heart full of blues. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night, starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Yeah, folks, welcome to the channel. I was filming with my GoPro here and the mic that I had plugged into it wasn't working. So I'm just recording over it now through the computer, so the sound's probably not that great. I was just having a walk around the machine, just saying basically I'm away to give it a full service, all the oils, everything. And I've got some LED lights, mirrors and some other bits and bobs to fit to it, which you'll see later on in the video. And just saying that basically it needs a good clean because it's a bit of a mess, so it needs a good clean before the service. Again, still no mic. I thought I'd get some cool B-roll or reversing it out, taking it out, getting it for a wash, but it doesn't quite have the same effect with no sound, so broom, there you go, some sound. And this is just me parking it up, ready to give it a wash. And that's it. Again, I've done a quick time lapse of me giving it a wash, so I'll just put some music over that and enjoy the music.
I'm gonna love you, just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Wash mine without giving the wife's Z-Force a wash, so I gave that a quick wash while mine was drying off. And then basically just sorting out the workshop because it's not long been built, but it's still not got for any proper power or that. So I just sort of kitting it out, put shelves, a wee table to work, use a workbench, just a few things to make it a little bit easier for my working in there. Okay, back to video now with sound.
The next day.
How do folks? So battery went dead, so we missed a bit, so I've done a service, oil and front diff. I'm waiting on transmission oil coming because I've only got the 75/90 and I need the 75/140 for the transmission in the rear diff, so that should hopefully come tomorrow and I'll get that. I've also done a few other bits. I've got the light whips on, although not wired. They're not wired yet. Just I've got the LED light bar fitted, but just loosely fitted at the moment. It's not buttoned down. Again, needs wired. I've got the mirrors with the LEDs, the Kemimoto mirrors with the lights, again fitted but not wired. And I also have rock lights, just the Bluetooth RGB rock lights to fit, and everything wired up. I'm using one of these 8-way boxes which are fitted in here, which has a switch panel and fuses. That's this one here, so this little switch box will go in the cab somewhere. So today is going to be a day of wiring. I've also got somewhere, wherever the box is, harnesses to fit. Wherever I put, oh here they go, I've got the Dragonfire harnesses, 4 points, and the harness bars to fit. So hopefully I'll get all this done today and all the wiring done today, and then I'll come back and give you an update once it's all done. Hopefully show you it all working if it all goes to plan. Catch you all later.
Eventually.
Oh, everything's wired in. Got the whips wired in, they're all wired down round through there, that one as well. Got rock lights, got one there, the other one up in there if you can see it, I'm not sure, a bit dark. In the front, I've just tie wrapped them to the frame there for now. We'll see how it looks, see, you might move them, I don't know. Same at this side, again all wired in. The mirrors are wired in, light bars wired in, and rear light wired in. So I'll run all the wiring. So this is all the, for the rock lights, it's all the spare cable for the rock lights, so that'll tuck that hopefully behind the seat. That's the little Bluetooth control box that runs, and all the wiring from the back runs through here. I've covered it with this plastic and sort of taped and that all together, ran it right through to the front, up through the front. I'll show you the front, and everything is wired in to this box. So this is the box. It's an eight way. You can have eight accessories. I'm using 5 just now. The only thing I've not wired in this yet, because the cables for the positive and negative cables that came with this are too small. They're too short to reach the battery. So I went to the local sort of hardware store and they didn't have any cables suitable, so I'll need to go to another store. There's another store a bit further away though. I'll have a look there probably either later tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully get finished wiring it in. I'll put the box for that's the control on it all is there. I'll get the little labels on it once I figure out what everything is. And that should be it, hopefully. So just the harnesses to do. Get the electrics wired up. Check everything before I start putting it all back together. Before I start putting all the plastics back in. But hopefully I'll be back once I've got it wired up and I'm testing everything. I'll be back. See you soon.
Early the next morning.
Hey up again folks, so done. All electrics, everything done, everything's wired, basically done, finished, ready to go blasting. So I'll give you a quick look, see what I've done. So I've already been through whip lights, put LED tail lights in, I've got the rock lights underneath, the rear light, the front, the light bar, the mirrors, the Kemimoto mirrors with the lights. I also put some halos on, but as you'll see in a minute, that was a waste of time because they worked alright for about 5 minutes and now they kind of work, but they were cheap. So at least all the wiring's done, so I'll look to pick up a half decent set and just change them out when I can. When I get another set, I'm not really that bothered. They were very cheap. I think they were less than like $10 or something for the pair, so it's no surprise they just kaput. Probably not rated for the voltage. It didn't actually say on them, and I had a look at the ad when I bought, and it didn't actually say what voltage they were rated for, so possibly not rated for the 12 volts. Anyway, let's have a look. So the control box is all wired in. Switch it on. So you'll see I've just stuck it up there. The 3 with the bright lights are the unused ones. This control box comes with a whole sheet of labels, so you just choose what labels you want. So we'll start with the light bar. So there's the light bar. It's a 42-inch curved spot flood combo. I can't remember what the claimed wattage is, but you know, like I think it was 240 watts maybe, but again, they're the cheap ones, they're not the fancy Baja designs. So switch the light bar off, and we've got the side lights, which is the mirrors. That again, there's the mirrors. So, lights off. Whips are not bad actually for what they were. They were quite cheap. They come with this little controller which you can switch for solid colours. Or you can flick through the modes, different modes. Like this, speed it up, slow it down. Various different modes, nothing you've not seen before. So that's them. So you also switch them on and off with this, but I've got them hooked up to the switch in here. So that's them off. I've got the rear light, which is just a small, again, cheap light bar. Just to help me see behind me when I'm reversing and stuff. There's my phone going. Right, okay, so where was I? So yeah, rear light should be good enough for what I need. That was the little LED tail lights again from Kemimoto. So I got the tail lights, the mirrors from Kemimoto, the whips. I got the whip brackets from Kemimoto. They're not bad quality them for what they were, for the price. The whips, the rock lights and the light bars all came from a local supplier here in Thailand. I can't remember the name of them, but they're all cheap Chinese ones, the same as you see all over eBay and Amazon. Everybody puts their own brand name on them, but they're all the same. So that's the rear light. So rock lights, just click and click rock lights. So there's one, there's two. Can't really see them much during the day, I don't know how bright they're going to be. There's one there. Like I say, I don't know about the positioning of these ones yet. I'll have to see once it's dark, see how it looks. I did put one in the front here, but I don't know, again, wait till it's dark. There's one in there. I was hoping it was kind of maybe going to light up down here a bit, but it doesn't seem to be doing bugger all. I'll maybe move it. And there's the other one, which again, we'll see how it is at night time. We need to move. The set I got actually comes with 8. You can plug 8 into it. I've only used 5, so I've got 3 left. I don't know, I was thinking maybe putting another one up under there somewhere. Up in here maybe up in there just to light this. I don't know, we'll see. So that leaves, put them off, that leaves the halo lights, which as you'll see, that one, it was on a bit, it kind of comes on and flickers on and off. That one's only kind of, I don't know, switch the lights off so you can see better. It's kind of only 3/4 lit up. All this seems dead. Same here. This one, kind of, that's all dead. That one is kind of on but not very bright. And this one, sometimes it does occasionally come on and flicker. I've checked all the wiring's fine. It's the halos themselves. Like I said, they were cheap. You see, there you go. You can see if you can maybe see. Some of them are just kind of lit up. They're just crap. Cheap shite. Cheap. So it's a pity because it looks good. Would have looked good, but like I said, I'll pick up another set. I'll look for some recommendations on YouTube or whatever, and try and pick up a decent set. And that'll probably take a wee while because I doubt I'll be able to get them here in Thailand. I'll have to ship them either for somewhere else, probably China. That's where most of this stuff comes from. So that's it. I'm going to get out hopefully. Oh yeah, I got the Dragonfire harnesses. I got them put in. The harnesses and the harness bars that bolt up into the shop, just into where the shop mounts, into there, up in there. See the 2 extra bolts up in there. That's where they mount up. I've still the passenger seat to put back in and bolt these ones up. That's the only thing because they're bolted up, it'd be a bit of a nightmare getting the seats in and out. So I'm looking at getting the sort of the eye bolts with the ones you get. I've seen you get the harnesses that have got kind of like the clip, and then you get the eye bolts and you can clip them in and out. So I'm going to maybe see if I can pick up a set of the clips and the eye bolts for these, so that way I can unclip them so it's easier to take the seats out. But that's it, done. Time to go blasting at the weekend. Next job is the wife's. That's the wife's CF Moto 1000 Z-Force 1000 EX. So I've got the same mirrors to put on, a light bar for the front, a smaller one, it's a single row, a little bit smaller, and another, just a light bar for the back, a small one, the same as what I've got on mine. That's to go on. Same control box, the 8-way control box. She didn't want whips or rock lights or any of that sort of stuff. I asked if she wanted, she said no. The next job, cleaning service. That's my son's 200cc ATV, that was a cleaning service. This is my CF Moto C-Force 550. It's actually the 500, but for some reason the brand is a 550 over here. It's not moved in a while, that needs a good clean and a service. The trials bike in the back there, tucked away in the back, it's not seen the light of day for a while. Needs an oil change and a run. And I've also got her dad, my father-in-law, the wife's dad. He has the Z-Force 500 EX, same as that, basically exactly the same as the wife's, but his is the 500cc version. I've got just a single light bar, single load row light bar to put on his, and give it a service. I'm going to give it a service, but as I'm giving it a service, I'm going to show him how to service it. It's simple enough so he can do it himself, because I work away from home a lot, so when it needs done he can do it himself instead of having to wait on me all the time. Okay folks, I'll be back when it's dark. I'll get out when it's dark, give this a whirl when it's dark, see how it all looks at night time, and I'll see you then. Take it easy. Cheery bye.
Later that same evening.
Right, so do a little walk around. Now it's dark, so that's just normal low beam. I'll switch to, there's high beam. This is side lights. That's the mirrors, the mirror lights, the side lights. The LED light bar. I think I need to turn that up a bit. I think I need to angle it up a little, I think, but she's quite bright. I think it needs angled up a little bit. It should be fine. Rear light, not bad, good enough to see behind me if I need to do anything behind me. Switch the rock lights on. Rock lights. Yeah, like I say, they're not the brightest, but they're alright, they do the job I suppose. Might be easier to see if I switch the rest of them off. Yes, I think I need to angle them. Change the angle of them ones so they point more at the ground. There we go. Don't know how much of this you're going to see, it's quite dark. And lastly, LED lips. There you go, LED whips.
One week later.
Hey up folks, hope you can hear me alright. It's probably been about a week since I done the video with a walk around once I'd finished all the lights and light bars and stuff. So, and I never really done an outro, so I thought I'd just do a quick update and outro for this video. So, finished servicing the Can-Am, the Maverick. Done a few other things to it since then, not much, just little things. I have fitted this bag. It's a Kemi Moto bag. Seems alright, just sort of straps to the bars. Got a few things in there, clutch tools, spare belt, torch, a few bits and bobs. Fitted a couple of boxes, little boxes to the back. In one of them I've got some recovery gear, straps, ratchet straps, a couple of shackles, toe strap. And then the other one I have jump leads, some rags, can't really see much, jump in, just some tools and that in the bottom. Spare just for, you know, tie wraps, things, the usual sort of stuff. What else? Oh well, since the last I had to get new tie rods. If any of you are on the Maverick page on Facebook, you've probably seen my post up. The original tie rods that were on it, these ones, which some of you may or may not know, they're just like alloy tubing, aluminium tubing, and one of them I bent it and basically broke it. So I got a little local fab shop to make me some up out of solid steel bar rod. They machined them up. I'm not going to be damaging them anytime soon. It's a bit dirty because we were out last night catching frogs. I'll stick a couple of photos up of the damage with the tie rod now, and you'll see that. And I'll also put a wee bit of footage from the frog catching, which I don't know if I do a video. I had the video and that going, but whether I'll do a video on it or not. Me, the wife, the brother-in-law were out, so the wife's Z-Force is also a mess, but I was going to give them a wash today, but it's meant to rain again tonight, which will mean more frogs, so probably out frog hunting again tonight. What else have I done? Fire extinguisher. I wasn't planning on, but then I spotted this little one when I was in buying some bits and bobs, and I thought, well, why not? We all know there's a certain brand has a habit of catching on fire, so I thought it's not going to do no hurt just to have one there just in case. I might get another one and stick it on the wife's. They're not really that expensive. So I've also stuck the lights and things on the wife's. So the rear light, the same mirrors as mine, and a light bar, just a single row light bar. I serviced, this is the wife's Z-Force 1000. I've done a service on the father-in-law's Z-Force 500 and put a light bar on the front only for him. I've serviced the quad, the C-Force 500 or 550 as they call it over here. It's branded over here 550. Went to do a bit of a recovery on this from the jungle in the middle of the night. I'll stick a quick shot of that now. The main fuse went when we were out. The brother-in-law was driving it. The main fuse went, and I didn't have any spare with me, so now I've got a few extras, keep a few extras just in case. So we went to tow that out of the jungle in the middle of the night. That was fun. What else? That's about it. The Sun's ATV, it doesn't actually need a service. I keep a book where I write everything down that I do to each one of them, miles, hours, what's done, oil changes, blah blah blah. And I was having a look, and I actually done that not that long ago at the same time as I done the wife's, so it doesn't really need done. Excuse me. So still got to service the Trials bike. I had it fired up, she's running okay, but she's needing the fluids changed, new oil to the transmission oil, whatever you want to call it, probably the radiator as well. Dump that and stick some new coolant in it. And then this little thing, whether or not I'll do anything with that, I don't know yet. Whether I fix it up and get it going It was running when parked. So I think just a new fresh fuel, new battery. Probably clean out the carbs and should probably run. Maybe clean it up and paint it pink for the daughter or something like that. And I've inherited another project. Well, whether I'm going to do it or not, I don't know. We'll see. This is a Suzuki RC100, basically a 2-stroke moped. It's been in the wife's family since new. It's early 80s, 81 I think, or 82. The wife wanted it restored, so she took it to a local guy here in the village. He done so much work, and then it was basically charging a small fortune for what could have bought a new motorbike. It's basically the same as like a Honda Cub or a Honda C90 or whatever. So it went there as a whole motorbike, and when it came back, it's like half a motorbike. You got that and that little pile of parts there. So whether I'm going to take it on or not, I don't know if it's worth it. I'll price up the parts, but it's nothing special, you know. It's the only thing is it's, you know, sentimental because it's been in the family for that long. So we'll see. We will see if I do or not. Let me know if you think I should. Then let me know if you think I should bother with it or not. Because I'll probably have to. I don't know. It runs. It is running, but I don't know. I've no idea what he done to it. I don't know if he put in a new piston and ring or what he done. I've no idea. So I'm probably, if I do take it on, I'm probably just going to strip it right down again and start again. Because like I say, I've got no idea what he's done, and I need to half the bike. It was a full bike when it went to him, but it's came back half a bike. I've told the wife or the brother-in-law to go and see the guy and see if we can get the other parts back. Because if I want to buy all these other parts new, probably I'd just be better off just buying a new bloody bike. These things, these little like Honda C90 type things in Thailand, they cost less than, they're like what, 30,000 baht, $1,000 or something, brand new. So maybe if I can pick up another second-hand RC100 that I can use as a donor bike for cheap, I might do it that way. I might go that route. So other than that, that is it. What else? Nothing much really. That's I've got no plans now for this. Pretty much everything I want done to it is done to it. It's basically a stock machine. I've got no need for more power or bigger over here. The trails here are, you know, you wouldn't be able to use it. The big X3, I'd like an X3 or a Razor Turbo, the Turbo S or whatever would be great, but they're just too big for the trails here. This is basically too big for the trails. Some of the trails here, it's, you know. I might do a cat delete on it, that's the only thing. But this is one of the ones that's got the welded ones. I'll need to take it off, take it to a fab shop, cut it open, get the cat out and weld it back up. So I may do that just to try and get the heat down. Everybody seems to reckon that it makes a big difference to reducing the heat of these in these machines. So that's one. Oh, all right, that's enough waffling on from me. Cheers for watching, folks. Like I say, stay tuned, more to come, hopefully soon. Give a like and a subscribe would be helpful. Maybe encourage me a bit to make do some more regular videos if I get a bit more subscribers, you never know. Okay, that's it for now. Cheery boys. Later.
Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.